Hello children, today I want to explain you Amanda, the poem Amanda, the sixth poem in your textbook. So first I just want to tell you the outline of the poem. There was one girl Amanda, she was 13 years of age, she was a teenager. Okay, so her mother always used to nag at her, Amanda don't do this, Amanda don't do that. The girl was feeling depressed. Oh, every time mommy says this, what is this? So every time her mother used to nag at her, she feels very depressed. There are three parts in this poem. First time when her mother nags, she imagines herself to be a mermaid. She wants to be a mermaid in the emerald sea. Emerald means green color. She wants to be the inhabitant. She wants to be alone in the sea and swim freely. Second time when her mother nags at her, she imagines herself to be an orphan. Oh, if I'm an orphan, I would be nice. It would be nice for me. Nobody used to be there for me to nag at. This mommy every time says, don't do this, don't do that. Always she's nagging. My parents are always nagging. So if I'm orphan, I can be alone. She felt herself. Third time when her mother nags, she feels to be a Rapunzel. Who is a Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a fairy tale. Okay, a girl was kept in a tower for so many years, and that girl had a long hair. So she lived her in a tower for many years. So she wants such type of life. She wants to live alone like a Rapunzel. So she imagines like this. Now let us see what mother has said in first stanza and what she has said in second stanza and what she has told in third stanza. Before we go to the poem, first let us read about the poet. Let us know something about the poet. Now about the poet. Robin Klein was born on 28th February in the year 1936 in Kempsey, New South Wales. Robin Klein was a famous writer. She was a nice poet. She used to write many poems on children. She likes children very much and she used to write many poems on children. She wrote many poems. Next, she's an Australian author of books for children. She's still alive. She's an Australian author. She's from Australia, especially for children. She wrote many books for children. She was educated at Newcastle Girls High School. She had her first short story published at the age of 16. At the age of 15 only she left the school, and at the age of 16 she wrote her first story and it was published and it became very famous. In the year 1981 she was awarded Literature Board grant for writing, and since then she has had more than 20 books published. Okay, she got Literature Board grant award for her writing, and she had more than 20 books published. Next, her notable works are Hating Alison Ashley, Halfway Across the Galaxy, and Turn Left, and more. There are so many books. These are the famous books which she has written, and she was awarded Drumpkin Medal, Grammy Award for her best music, and more. Still you can gain some more knowledge through that. Okay children, who is our poet? Robin Klein. This Robin Klein, she wants to convey the message. What is the message she wants to convey is why children are harassed by the parents. Don't do this, don't do that, don't go out, don't sit like that, don't eat that, don't do everything. Why children are not left free? Why the children are not given freedom? Why every time parents are behind the children? She doesn't like the parents to be behind the children. She wants the children to grow freely with full of freedom. Let them do whatever they like. She conveys a small message. Okay, so let us see what is this. Now, let us go to the poem. I think children, you are in the vacation, you are in the lockdown holidays. Now you are also facing the same problem. What I am saying, you are also facing the same problem, isn't it? See, you're in the house, your parents are saying, don't do this, don't do that, take your books, don't read, don't see mobiles, take your books and read, do that, do this. Are they nagging at you or not? When they nag at you, you feel sometimes, oh, when our schools will be reopened, you want to go to schools. You will be free in the schools. You play, you enjoy, you chat with your friends. You have full freedom in the school, isn't it? Nowadays, teachers are also leaving you freely. You want everything to be free, isn't it? Are you not feeling bored in the houses? Your parents are nagging at you, isn't it? So that type of poem, I remember you all in this poem, children. Okay, this poem is especially for you only. Okay, let us see now. Amanda. What is the character here? Who is the girl in this poem? Amanda. Okay, now see. I am reading the poem. Please, children, please observe it. Take the pencils and be ready. Keep your textbooks in front of you. Yeah. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. See, mommy is saying, don't bite your nails. Mommy has instructed 3 things. She has instructed 3 things. What is the first one? Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Second, don't hunch your shoulders. Hunch your shoulders means don't bend your shoulders. Don't bend your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Slouching means, what is meant by slouching? Moving lazily or sitting lazily. You don't sit properly, that is called slouching. So sit up straight, don't sit lazily. Mommy is saying she is giving 3 instructions. Don't bite your nails, don't hunch your shoulders, stop that slouching. To whom she is giving advice? Amanda. Okay, who is the girl here? Amanda. Then when mommy says like that, when mommy nags at her like this, she imagines herself to be a mermaid. See, mermaid you can see in this picture. What is this? Mermaid you can see. See, you know. Mermaids will be in seas, of course. Seas and oceans. Okay. Now what Amanda is imagining, let us listen. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. See, she's thinking is, there is a languid. Languid means relaxed. She wants to be relaxed in one emerald sea. Emerald means green color. She wants to be in green color sea, relaxed, alone, where the sole inhabitant is me. She wants to be alone there. As a mermaid, drifting blissfully means moving slowly. Okay, she wants to be a mermaid. In the first conversation, when mother nags at her first time, she imagines herself to be a mermaid. She wants to be alone in the sea. Next, what is the next one? Second time, when mother is nagging at her. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Second time, mother is asking, did you finish your homework? Did you tidy your room? Tidy means cleaned. Did you clean your room? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I also told you to clean your shoes. Did you do this work? Did you do this work? Then Amanda is feeling, she's imagining herself, I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. When her mother nags her at second time, she feels herself to be an orphan. She wants to be alone. She doesn't want anyone to be behind her, anyone scolding behind her, anybody pointing behind her. She wants to be alone and roam in the streets. She wants to pattern soft dust with her hushed bare feet. Hushed means calm. Okay. Pattern means she wants to make designs in the mud. Children, of course, you play in the mud with hands, legs. You make designs with the legs, with hands, isn't it? She also wants to do like that. Next, she feels when it is silent, she feels golden. She feels good. When she is having freedom, she feels very sweet. She compared silence as golden and freedom as sweet. She wants silence and freedom. She wants calmness. She wants calmness. She doesn't want anyone pointing to her or behind her. This is the second. Now let's go to the third one. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Now mommy is asking her, don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Even mother is saying her not to eat the chocolates. Okay, remember your acne. Acne means pimples. When you eat chocolates, you get some pimples with some this one. Okay, you know what is pimple. Okay, so remember your acne, Amanda, due to fats and all, some disorders on the faces. Okay, so don't eat the chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Who is saying this? Mother is saying. Then again mommy is saying, will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? When mommy is saying like this, Amanda was very careless. She turned her face and she was standing other side. Then by seeing that position of Amanda, mom says, will you look at me? I am saying for you only. See, children, when your mommy shouts at you or daddy shouts at you, they say, you doesn't want to look at them, you don't want to face them, and you turn away aside. So then mommy will say, are you listening to me? Can you hear me what I am saying? Mommy will shout at you, isn't it? In the same way, here also mother is nagging at you, nagging at Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? She's nagging. Next. When mother nags at Amanda for the third time, Amanda feels to be a Rapunzel. She imagines herself to be a Rapunzel. Who is a Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a fairy tale. One girl, she was captured and kept in a tower by a witch. That girl has a long hair. She lived in that tower alone. No one was there beside her. No one was there to support her. The single girl lived in that tower alone. If you see in the YouTube, you get many stories of Rapunzel. Okay, you will get some idea. So one witch captured her and kept in the tower. Then the Rapunzel led her life alone with a long hair. So that is Rapunzel. So how Rapunzel led her life alone, Amanda also wants to lead her life alone. She doesn't want the fate of Rapunzel. She only desires the life of Rapunzel, not the fate of Rapunzel. She's saying, see what Amanda is saying. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Amanda imagines herself to be a Rapunzel, and she doesn't want to care anyone. And she doesn't want anybody caring at her also. She wants to be alone. She never wants anyone pointing out her. And she wants to live a life tranquil. Tranquil means calm and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. See, when Rapunzel was living in the tower, one day the prince comes and asks Rapunzel, Rapunzel, leave your head down. Then Rapunzel will leave her head down, and prince will climb the tower and save Rapunzel from the tower. So now she's saying that I don't want to, if anybody calls me also, I don't want to leave my hair down. I want to live alone. She's saying, she's imagining. She is imagining. Next, when she's imagining like this, again she nags at her. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. See, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Sulking means don't put a bad mood. Don't murmur in yourself. Keep your face little happily. If anybody sees at you with that face, everybody think that I am scolding at you. Why don't you put your face properly? Who is saying? Mother is saying. Put your face properly. Why are you putting such a moody face? Keep it properly. Mommy is saying, you are always so moody, Amanda. Always you will be moody. Sometimes you will be good. Sometimes you will be dull. Your face will be upset. Why are you so upset? Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. And if anybody sees at you with that face, they think that I am always scolding you. Why didn't you put your face properly? So this is the poem which the poet conveys to the children. Here, what the poet is saying is, parents must leave the children freely. Let them grow freely. Let them have their own thoughts. Let them have their own feelings. The poet is saying that parents should not be behind the children. We should give freedom to the children. If we don't give freedom, the children get different thoughts. See, she thought three types. Once she thought to be a mermaid, once she thought to be an orphan, once she thought to be Rapunzel. So this type of different feelings, children go in a depression and they may go for suicides if parents are always nagging and scolding. So let us give full freedom to the children. Okay, of course, there is a right of the parents to say what is good, what is bad. To that extent, okay, parents can say what is good, what is bad. They should not always be behind them. Okay, children, I think you have understood this poem. In the next video, you can know the more about this poem and poetic devices, everything. Okay, thank you. Bye, children.